what I play to rise up, rise up. When you scream aloud, where do? That's what I plan to prove myself to you. Yeah. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? I'm alive. What's up, JJ? How are you, sir? Man, let me tell you, that flu crap is no joke. I'm getting better. I should say I'm not 100% yet. So. If I randomly mute up like I just did, just know that I'm hacking up a lung. So I'll go as long as my lungs will allow me to. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Zach? How are you guys? This past, week and a half has not been fun at all. Redneck Gaming. Join up Flock Light. Right oh, excuse me. I need to change that. It was basic Flock now. Thank you so very much, sir. Much appreciated. What's up, Redneck? How you doing tonight? Good. And how are you doing? So I'm getting better. I'm still recovering from the flu, the hellacious flu. The flu this year is wicked, or what's going around here anyway, is wicked. I came down with it last Tuesday, not this past Tuesday, the Tuesday before, and still not completely over yet. Now it's just the coughing and the congestion. Like I just feel like my chest is full of mucus right now. Not a pretty picture, but I appreciate it, Jesse. Yeah, it was Wednesday and Thursday of last week was the worst of it, and that was the headache. The headache alone makes it one of like the worst sicknesses I've ever had. You guys can say that headache was, oh my god. And that's coming from someone who used to have really bad migraines when I was like a preteen, early teenage years. I used to get migraines, and the headache I had last Wednesday and Thursday topped any migraine I ever had. It was wicked. What's up, Cody? How you doing tonight? Now it's just the cough and the mucus won't go away. Redneck Gaming with the $1 super chat. Much appreciated, sir. Jeez. Like I said, I'll go as long tonight as my lungs will allow me. If I tried recording some earlier today, and the more I talk, the more my chest starts to hurt, and the more I'm coughing, and ugh, that's the best I can put it. You want to fix my membership? Nice. Did it just not go through? I'm confused. Not too shabby, it's good to hear, sir. Stay away from the flu. Stay far, far away. Upgrade membership to top tier. Look at you, sir. Much appreciated, man. Unfortunately, you won't get the shout out today or this coming week's Phoenix moment because I've already recorded it in preparation for the night and probably how I'm gonna sound after the night. I was like, let me get what I can record it done today. Member for 8 months. Check that out. 8 long months. And a $5 super chat. Much appreciated, Redneck. Getting her done. Don't want the flu. I had that in the morning, you know. Dude, this flu sucks. I've had the flu multiple times. Nothing like this. This is worse than the vid, in my opinion. This year's flu is way worse than the vid. Yeah, that's about where I'm at right now, Cody. My chest is just full. It hurts and just full of gunk. That's all it feels like. Man. Man, I hang out with Brandon, the king of stupid questions. No question is too stupid. Ah, man. Well, I guess I'm putting the same thing in 11. Makes sense. Do I know of Olive Garden? Yes. Have I ever been? No. I've never been to Olive Garden, but I know of it. I just the nearest one to me doesn't have the greatest track record on health inspections, so I'm just kind of weary about ever eating there. That and the Red Lobster. Oh, Kyle, that's a year too late? A couple years too late. We haven't played GTA in a few years now. Simply because everybody just got tired of playing. The ones that wanted to play were playing somewhere else. And the rest of us just kind of got burnt out on the direction where the other ones wanted to go, if that makes any sense. Like, certain people want it to be more strict, well, like a more serious style roleplay, where the rest of us just want to, have fun, do our style of police, the police roleplay stuff. And it didn't work out. Like I said, the ones that wanted to be more serious decided that they wanted to play somewhere else, and the rest of us just kind of like, yeah, we're kind of done. So that's kind of what happened. Do you think Popeye the Sailor Man gets mad about people eating at Olive Garden? One's in jail. Yeah, one's in jail. I would only imagine they get pissed off if they're eating olive oil. The name we know speaky of. Yeah, we got 2 of those now. We have 2 of those that shall not be named. What's up, Chad? How are you, man? Did I say hello, Chad? I don't know. Sorry, I'm stuffing my face. Yeah, no worries, Kyle. Kyle is just it's been so long that it's kind of hard to have everybody. I guess I don't know what I'm wording here. It's just been so long that since we've even attempted. It's been a year and a half since I pitched the idea to JT and PJs about possibly like doing one up. And, I had everything. That's been actually a couple years now. Do one up and do like stream it like one weekend a month sort of deal. And we just figured, with just the limited amount of people we have now, it wouldn't be as entertaining. So just nothing came of it. I had everything set up in the server and I never even flipped it on. So I did all that hard work to get it back up and running, and we never even turned it on. So I've deleted everything. I've even removed GTA 5 from my computer nowadays. I'm waiting for GTA 6 to come out. I had it for the longest time for like, you know, play around on every now and then, but yeah. I know of the one, but I don't know about the other. Well, the other is someone who recently we've been concerned about because we thought he had medical condition. Because when he stopped showing up at the end of November, he had some medical issues that we thought maybe, you know, he was maybe in the hospital or, you know, something serious had happened. Come to find out, he was arrested for doing the same shit. So, I'm pretty sure that gives it away. It wasn't someone that we played with. It was someone who was a regular in the YouTube chat, though. So we are concerned about him, and it, you know, like, because we're concerned that, you know, he's not doing too well medically, and well, he's sitting in jail, so good riddance. Heard it gonna be out on PC for a while. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's probably gonna be a couple years before it makes its way over to PC. That's why I've considered getting the damn console, joining the dark side.
You're looking for?
Oh God, no.
Okay, good. Cause I was trying to get lost in.
Yeah, I think
people were calling me and like, "Hey, JT," I was like, "Hey, shut up! I want to get lost."
No, I don't. I played Warzone once, and I absolutely hate the battle royales type of game. So I was like, I'll play this once, and it's exactly like, you know, what was that other one? PUBG. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good not playing this ever again. Wait, his name started with S and last name. Yep, that's exactly who that is, Cody. Just search his name in Google, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. Hello, Brandon. How are you? That's all I did. After what was like 2 months of not hearing out of him, I just Googled his name and compared it to the pictures that I know off a profile that is his, and I was like, "Yep, that's him. That's 100% him." Not to mention the birthdays match. Now, if you were a doctor, you know, I'd be looking for you all day, every day.
I don't know if I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a doctor of thugonomics.
Oh, that's so gay.
I know. I felt a little when I said that.
No, I believe that 100%.
Word life.
Oh boy. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Feel better?
What?
Feel better?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm getting ready for my performance.
Okay, well, that's where we're going to end tonight's stream.
Oh, it's okay. I'll start my whole stream and do my performance. Performer of the nightlife.
I tried, people. I tried to save you, but he's going to do it one way or another.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to sound like
a
the city.
console, it'd be PlayStation.
I'll do shit whether you say yes or no. Then we're going to tell everybody that we're still going to take your money and do whatever freak we want to do.
You need an Elon.
So, our city is wanting to build 2 brand new high schools. Well, they actually tried building just one and combining like all the high schools into one, and they were like, "That's a stupid idea. Like, you'd have a high school with almost 8,000 kids in it. Like, that's just dumb." So now they get this idea if they want to build 2 of them.
What's up, Matt? How you doing, sir?
City said absolutely no. So then they're like, "Okay, we're going to put it on the ballot again." And they were like, "No." So now they're getting ready to put it on the ballot, and they just flat out said, "Hey, whether you vote yes or no, we're going to build these 2 high schools no matter what." Like, that's happening. So you can vote no all you want. We're still doing it. It's like, I think you could do that.
You can vote for building 2 high schools, or hear us out, you could vote for building a high school plus another one. The choice is yours. Not too bad yourself. I'm recovering from the flu, so
we're gonna do it no matter what.
We're gonna do it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna send those badass high school kids to school, and you're gonna thank us. You're gonna be like, "Thank you for building this building, oh gracious city folk." And then you're gonna vote for us again in a couple of years.
Pretty much. I mean, our school district's been audited like twice now, and it's failed horribly. Like, they found out, like, one of the former, I'm drawing blank. Person in charge of the school district.
You're recovering from
superintendent.
Superintendent, thank you.
Work truck catching fire.
Found out one of the superintendents
you like
spent
farts
$14 million of taxpayers' money and bought a painting.
Hey, it's only going to go up in value. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought it for himself, though. Yeah, for himself.
Yeah, so he can give back in the future. Genius. He's taking all the responsibility there. So if it fails, it's on him.
Yeah, he's got the risk.
Is that why he took off for Mexico?
He just wants a wing named after him so he can make a big donation.
Ooh.
Cody, he just pled guilty to 3 charges, and they're expecting him to get 6 years.
I don't think I told you about these before.
6 years in prison plus 10 years supervision afterwards, and I think that's. Oh, he's gonna go on the list. So he got off light. A slap on the wrist because he originally had like 27 charges, I think, and they only charged him with 3, and they dropped the they dropped the ones that would got them motion. The ones that that were in all the articles would have gotten them like 30 years minimum. So he got off with a slap on the wrist, unfortunately.
Suckering succotash.
Suffering succotash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, pretty much, Cody.
Oh
Pretty much
yeah.
100%. That's what it is. No, he's been in county jail since November, I think. He's not looking too good. I'm not quite sure if something might have happened to him in county jail or what, but hell, when he gets to the state prison, it's on. Did the RAM have auto load on it? Yeah, it's universal auto load, so anything with a flatbed, you can load stuff onto. Also, finicky mod, from what I've been reading, a lot of people have an issue if it's out of date where you can't buy stuff. So there's that. Can the next NFL season start already?
Do what?
So can the next NFL season start already? I'm real sick of hearing Eagles fans already.
Mm-hmm.
They never shut
Run.
up. Never.
Run, little guy,
It's because they're the
run.
trashiest human beings on the planet.
100%.
Yep.
I ignored my brother for like 3 days after the Super Bowl Sunday, and finally he was just like, "Hello, yeah, you all right?" And I stupidly responded to him. He's like, "How about the Eagles?" It's like, I told Dad I was not answering any of your text messages for the next year, and I should have stuck to that. Excuse me.
Is it like in that area? Is it a similar thing, like how it is in New York, where you have like, I don't know, like the majority of, I would say, like New Yorkers and like New Jersey people are Jets fans, and then
No,
like
it's like
the
pretty much
weird Giants fans.
all just Eagles fans. Like, it's not divided at all. It's straight up just like you go in
Right, but
each
isn't
store.
Baltimore closer to you?
It's about midway, but I think Baltimore's a little bit further away from me. But it's 100%
So most of
Philadelphia.
Delaware is like Eagles fans.
Yep.
Not even like Commanders fans.
Now there's a small sect of Commanders, but I mean, they don't really have a fan base at all anyway, so.
Dude, my roommate in college was from Alexandria, Virginia. And He was a diehard Redskins fan. And this was like, 2010. And they were at like their peak of suck. I think he had who's that? Was Byron Leftwich? Who's that lefty quarterback? No.
Robert Griffin?
No, lefty quarterback. I think he wore number 8 when he was on the Redskins.
Rex
From like
Grossman?
No. I think he was like he wasn't like a staple of the team. He was just, I think he was like a traveler. That
Mark Brunell?
That sounds, now we're getting onto something. Yeah, Mark Brunell. Wait, no. Who was that guy? I always thought it was number 8. Maybe it was number 9. No, he definitely had a number 8 jersey. I don't know. He had it hanging up on his wall, and I just give him shit for it every day.
Well, we can look
Rightfully
it up.
so.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, see, Matt, I'm a I'm a diehard
Now what am I missing?
Orioles fan, but I can't watch baseball. Puts me to sleep.
Universal auto load.
Oh, it was updated. Should have been. Should have been the most recent pack.
I put that in.
Did you replace?
Yeah. Because I did the most recent one that you put in there. I downloaded that and put that in, and then I realized that I tried to start the game and I was missing a bunch of stuff. So then I went to the one before that, which is like the.
Then you probably
online.
replaced it with the old one. You need to
Fuck me.
the newest one. You have to make sure you have it second.
All right. So-
Second. There's an order for this.
Yeah, because it's got the big pack has the old version. That's the problem version. So when you put it in, you replace the newer version that you had put in with the older version. So you have to make sure the newer version that then the updated pack goes. in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about like how, like for ATS, it has to be in a certain order.
No.
I was like, damn, I am not rearranging these mods.
So here you go, PJs. 2010 Redskins quarterbacks. Number 3, John Beck. Number 8, Rex Grossman. Number 5, Donovan McNabb.
It definitely, maybe it was a Grossman.
Sure, what McNabb?
No. Maybe it was 9. I think it was Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell wasn't on the roster in 10.
No, but as long as it was prior to 2010, then
Oh, yeah.
that's fine. Definitely Mark Brunell. Because he used to be on the Jaguars, right?
Yep.
Okay. He was like the longtime quarterback for the Jaguars.
Yep. And then he got old and started sucking, so Washington's
Yeah,
like,
'cause
hey,
it-
we like old sucky players. Hence why they had
You're
Rex
like, I
Grossman
hear
and
that.
Donovan McNabb in 2010. Both
Chad,
sucked.
are you?
That makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was 8.
Stars
Definitely
might
9.
make it this year. They've been good the past couple years, haven't they?
Wasn't he 8 on the Jaguars?
Mark Brunell, yeah.
Okay, that's why. I think
And then
now it's all coming
Byron
back to me.
left.
Now I made fun of him for that too.
Brian
Couldn't
Leftwich
keep the
was
same
number 9
jersey.
on the Jaguars.
Right.
What do I need for the?
That's why I was giving him shit for that, because I was like, what kind of competition does he have for, like, he couldn't even get number 8 on the Redskins? Like, what kind of competition is there for that? For a quarterback number?
Although, I do think it's funny that they made Dan Schneider sell the team.
Jeez, we need so much crap for that.
And he claimed to be like the greatest team owner of all time. And so, nobody gave Washington Commanders a chance in hell. And Jaden Daniels just absolutely destroys the NFL. And then they go to the playoffs and have success. And then it pissed Dan Schneider off.
Not the Dan Schneider.
The guy that likes feet?
Yeah, that's what I... Like the Dan Schneider, the Nickelodeon executive producer.
Oh, no, Dan Quinn, isn't it? Was it Dan Quinn or Dan Schneider?
Dan Quinn is the head coach
butter,
now
flour,
of
milk.
The Commanders.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was Schneider.
Yes, Dan Schneider, yeah.
You know what's funny is the person that I bought this house off of, his name is Dan Quinn.
Oh, boy. The Dan Quinn?
That's what I called him.
That would be weird if it was the Dan Schneider. Just be like, so, not the Nickelodeon days.
Right? He just like made his money off of doing that and bought an NFL team.
I can't really say anything. I'm a Ravens fan, and Justin Tucker getting barred out.
How much of that stuff is true?
I don't know.
The fact that there's like
I don't think it
accusing
is.
him.
Well, no, that's the thing. There's been people that he's been accused of this like prior to this point. So like they brought up like old comments and message boards where he's.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
is how much of this stuff is fresh versus like I know that there's been an accumulation over the years of things.
Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of people just dogpiling on it. Like they think they're going to get something out of it.
Like the whole Deshaun Watson, which like that got swept under the rug pretty quick.
Yeah, no, his career's done.
Well, he also kind of sucked this year.
He sucked every year since he left.
What?
Who are we talking about?
Yeah, who are you talking
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, right. But listen, my personal opinion, he has sucked the entirety of his career. I don't think he is remotely good. The fact that Cleveland, out of all teams, is like the only one that picked up that contract is very, very telling. I mean, it shows his skills. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland.
Even Cleveland didn't want Johnny Football, so.
Well, he was there for a little while.
Well, a little bit. Now he's in Canada.
They want him. He's just too worried about partying.
Well, it's just like, hey, have trouble with the law? That's okay. Cleveland will take you.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, that's the Raiders thing, though.
What the hell are you talking about? The Raiders?
Raiders are always known for taking convicts.
Well, first of all, the Browns, I think, have superseded that standard.
Or I need to.
I'm pretty sure the Baltimore Ravens have too, and the New England Patriots.
I mean, Raiders have a
Ray Lewis killed a guy long before he came to the Ravens. Just saying.
Right, but they definitely knew about that, and they were like, okay.
And
It
Aaron
didn't come
Hernandez.
out until afterwards.
And Aaron Hernandez
You
only
know
killed the
something
guy
big.
because they were going to out him out for being gay.
Allegedly.
Who? What? Wait, who's gay?
Aaron Hernandez.
Allegedly.
No, he's gay.
Allegedly.
He
He's
gay. He gay.
I mean, yeah, like,
He's a gay.
I know that. But that was still like under wraps. Like, I'm not sure he was like 100% gay. Like, my guess is that there was some, based on like the documentaries that I've watched and stuff, like there was definitely some childhood trauma. So I am assuming that there was some of that stuff going on during his childhood.
That's their all
He just-
excuse where they get in trouble.
No, I'm saying the reason why people say that he was gay and stuff.
Did you watch that documentary on what was it, Netflix, where the picture of him in high school, the two guys in the back row with him, all three of them stand right in a row, all murderers?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
The gangsters like that, dog.
It's not uncommon.
I mean, that's what for them all to like, be lined up right, all three of them together in the picture, all three of them murderers. That's crazy.
But again, they're gangsters.
Man.
Aw, man.
Well, I don't know why this game just sucks for me now.
It's Farm Sim.
I know, but I'm getting like 15 frames per second here.
You might have to optimize your settings.
I refuse to compromise because like this is not a very demanding game graphically. Like everything that I have should 1000%. Like, what do they upgrade between 22 and 25?
Hell, I know.
Yeah, nothing. It's the same graphics.
I'm selling all this shit.
Just for whatever reason, it just does not
I'll still do goats and stuff, but Jesus, this is
do it
redonkulous.
for me. I mean, really, the only reason I came
Excuse
into
me.
this,
Sorry.
I had two reasons. One, I wanted to check out the AI like GPS thing that you can do, and I saw that one of the mods was PJ's place,
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
so I wanted to see what that was.
I saw that it was a sell point. I was like, yep, that's got to go in.
Like, I don't know why this game just doesn't work for me. I think it's
Can
Gotta
I
be
sell
one of-
the hemp PGs?
we were fine until we started putting mods in, and that's when I started having problems.
No, can't sell this anywhere. So we got all this shit that we can't sell. Can I?
Hi. Hiya. And hiya.
Oh, go to my stupid thing.
What do I need to make butter? Bakery? No. Dairy. Oh, it probably needs to be processed. Goat milk, doesn't it? Yeah. Is there a
Wait, no,
small
I'm not
one?
trying to get the app.
Get the app.
No, I just want. All right, maybe I haven't upgraded update my graphics driver.
Is this out
I
back
can't
here?
believe they're on the 5090. For graphics cards.
Yeah, and that's the reason why so much shit is not optimized, because they're just turning and burning through this shit. It's
Yeah, and
just,
like what, like literally, like what is the difference? Like I've got the 3080 Ti. I don't know, whatever the best one was when the 3080 was a thing. I don't know. Like honestly, what's the difference? I know there was a huge difference because like everyone used to have like either like the 970 or the 1080. And those were like benchmark graphics cards.
Yeah.
And then once you got into like the 30 series, that was a big changeover. But like, has it really changed that much? Like, I've seen a couple 8K monitors, but
I don't think it's a huge difference.
do you really need that? Like, well, yeah, but like I said, there was a big difference between going from like a GTX 970 over to something a little more powerful. There was a big difference for me, but is there a big difference going from like a 3080 to a 5090? Considering that like graphics haven't really improved that much.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's a huge difference, but there's because they're turning and burning through it. Because there's people who are just like, oh, it's the newest one. I got to upgrade. Got to get
Like
it.
the iPhone.
Got to have the latest. Yeah. So they're realizing people will pay
Do that
for just minimal upgrades, to the point where there's so much shit out there nowadays that these gaming like they've all come out and said we can't optimize anything for PC anymore,
right,
because
they just had Unreal Engine 5, and like even the quality on that is like it's much better, but it's still not giving you like anything beyond 4K.
But there's so much differential in hardware they can't optimize. That's why everything's optimizing for console now, because console's a fixed hardware system.
Just gonna get the new driver.
I had to, because it kept crashing me out. CSGO. We got cows. Oh, look at the little baby cows. Oh, he learned to walk. So adorable. All right, where's my... Oh, excuse me. Where is my... There it is.
Ow.
I hope it hurt. Hope it hurt real bad. Good.
Did.
Good.
Here, that's a very mean thing to say, sir.
Good.
Oh, you're a complete asswipe.
Yes, I am. I take pleasure in your pain.
Well, that's disturbing. You should probably be checked out by a local physician.
Should I? So you don't want me to hit you with this whip?
Ew, God, no.
Should probably get checked out for some vocal fry.
That too.
Checked out for what?
Vocal fry.
What the hell is vocal fry?
You know, you were talking in the Batman voice, and but you have like the grit after the words. Instead of pronouncing it normally, it's called vocal fry.
Oh, gotcha.
Apparently, it is a big quote unquote ick for people.
Oh, is it? Is it big ick? Does it give you the icky?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't have
I think one of the funnier things is the newest season of Love is Blind on Netflix.
Is what? You're keeping us in suspense here.
Sorry, the graphics driver's updating, so my monitors went blank, so I wasn't sure if anyone could hear me. Oh no.
We can always hear you.
Unhandled exception has occurred in your application. If you click continue, the application will ignore this error and attempt to continue. If you click quit,
Ignore.
Continue. It was in Minnesota.
Ignore it like JT ignores his mother.
Yep.
So there's one guy that just has the total Minnesota accent there.
Oh, hey there, bud. You can get a soda pop.
Yeah, don't you know?
Oh yeah, cheese.
Yeah. So people are talking about how like boring the season is for Love is Blind, and it's just like, yeah, obviously, because they're all just like so polite to each other.
Well, sorry about that, bud.
The only drama in the season is that, to a certain extent, like everybody knows everybody. And it's because like
knows everybody.
The dating pool for like late 20s, early 30s in like the Minnesota area is
excuse me,
very small, because you have like Minneapolis and St. Paul, like the only two cities, like major cities in the state, or like Duluth maybe, but
oh yeah, but don't you know? I don't know how people can watch stuff like that.
well, when you have nothing else to do during the day,
I'd rather twiddle my thumbs than watch Love Island. Just saying.
Love Island is something completely different.
Oh, what was it you said?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Sorry, there you go. Any of those shows that have love in the title. There you go. Do you watch Milf Manor as well?
No. I don't watch anything on Bravo.
It's sad. I didn't even know what that was on. I just know that for the longest time, Speedy was listed as a cast member on it.
I don't know if it's on that channel. I just based on.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's either Bravo or TLC, but TLC has kind of stopped doing that kind of stuff. That's more Bravo, because they have like Below Deck, which I've never seen, and frankly I don't understand. yeah, if your job is staring at a computer screen and putting in minimal effort and working 3 days a week and pretending to work 2 days of the week, you kind of resort to whatever you can find.
Yeah, what he said.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, what he said too.
Well, yeah, when you're getting a new job.
Oh, he's gonna write himself out of the budget.
This job would be transitioning back into a position that could potentially do that. Like my job right now, there's no chance of me writing myself out of the budget because I'm doing something different.
Yeah, he was the other.
I'm just looking at hospital financial statements right now.
The other
But
week, he
now,
was like, I
job
wonder
I
if they'll rehire me. I'm like, the one that you wrote yourself out of the budget, you think they'd take you back?
Yeah, because I did a damn good job.
He did so good that he
I
wrote
saved
himself
them
out of
so
the
much
budget.
money at the cost of my own job.
Well, what's funny is I applied for this job. It's like at the same company. It's in corporate. Like I work in corporate right now, but
Not
this is
corporate.
like- yeah, there's like varying degrees of corporate. This is like right at the top of corporate. So, like, I would have a manager, and then I would have a VP, and then they report directly to like the chief medical officer of the entire company worldwide. But it would be doing the budgets for all of the divisions and departments and stuff. And my first question to them, I was just like,
How do you guys feel
Is this-
about writing yourself out of the budget?
is this a new position or has it been around for a while? Because the last 2 times I wrote myself out of the budget, that's because it was like a newly created position and they didn't really know what to do with it. So when I came in, I was just like, y'all spending way too much to like, thanks, you're fired. So this time, this is actually established. So it should be okay, I think. But I was just like really mad one day, a few weeks ago. And I was like, they're totally going to move our jobs to Costa Rica. And oh no, it happened because I remember I was predicting that there was going to be a company that was going to file for bankruptcy. So I put in all the numbers and all this stuff, and then my recommendation was like, we got to stop doing business with them. They're going to file for bankruptcy. And this was around this time last year. And they just pretty much were like, LOL. Okay.
Whatever you say,
And then-
loser.
Yeah. And then in January, that company filed for bankruptcy. And then I had our director, associate director, who runs the whole show. And we have like monthly meetings. And she was like, oh, you know what keeps me up? And she's from Europe. So they have like free healthcare. And they have no like financial statements or anything like that for hospitals. Everything is government owned and run. So there's no risk. She came in, she's like, oh, you know what keeps me up is bankruptcies. And, you know, this really big one that we had a couple weeks ago, and like, if only we saw that coming. And I raised my hand, and I was just like, I
Told you so.
I told you last year, and you chose to do nothing with it. And everyone was like, I was in like an auditorium with like 100 people, and they all looked at me, and I was just like, I told you about this like a year ago. You chose to do nothing with it, so, you know, I sleep fine at night.
I slept
that
like a
point-
baby.
And at that point, I was just like, I'm effing done. So out of spite, I just applied for the first thing that I could find in the company that had like relevant job experience. Of course, it's in like budgets. And the next day, I got an email from like the hiring manager. She's like, "Oh yeah, can you just meet this week?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Come to find out, he'd only been there for like 2 months and didn't know anything about the job. So I was like, "Okay, well, this is kind of a joke." But then he was like, "Hey, I thought our meeting went well, so I'm gonna have you meet with like someone on my team, then like my manager, and then like 2 other managers, if that's okay." I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then it got like very serious, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a second, I was just kind of doing this because I was mad." And I was told by the recruiter that I should be getting a job offer on Tuesday.
For flour.
And I'm like,
Barley. Do we have barley?
damn it.
No.
I'm totally going to wrap myself out of the budget again.
He goes home from work. It's like, honey, guess what I applied for today? She's like, no, not again.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
like,
it.
You didn't. You didn't. It's just like, I put that in my vows.
He's up there on Wednesday, and I will not write myself. Wait, I didn't write that. She's like, I wrote it in there for you.
Wait,
Shut up and say it. Come on, it's only happened twice. What's the likelihood I'm going to do it a third time? Come on, guess who got a promotion?
I mean, it's technically a demotion.
Oh.
But corporate, they make more, like, in general. So taking a step down would be, like, from a money standpoint, would be like a lateral move. But the opportunities to grow are a
Guess
lot
who's
more.
in charge of the budget again?
However,
Ninja Buggy, thank you
yeah,
for subscribing. Welcome to the
like
vlog.
I was saying, like, I enjoy my super leisurely lifestyle, just like kicking it for all the time and like putting in minimal work. But this sounds like super stressful. Like you actually have to work 5 days a week. And like actually care about what you're doing. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
How am I going to keep up with
Gross.
keep
I
up
don't
with
want
my
that.
love shows? Jeez.
Yeah. Like, well, I
What's up,
mean,
Ninja Buggy, how are you doing?
to a certain
today?
extent, like, it allows me, like, my job allows me to currently, like, if we ever need, like, work on the house, or people coming over, or anything that needs to happen during a weekday, I have the flexibility to be like, oh, yeah, no problem. And this would completely make that go away. But I've been making more. So, kind of torn. Because there's a ton of opportunities being like that high up in the company and having that kind of like visibility. I could like leapfrog into like a super high paying job. Which would be good.
If you don't write yourself out of the budget first.
Right. Yeah, but also I like hanging out and like not working and getting paid. Like, I'd say for like the amount of work that I do in any given month, like I'm overpaid for what I do. So it's super cushy. It's like, do you sacrifice
This
that
is
for
how it
something that
starts.
makes a lot more potentially in like 5 years? Payout will be a lot more. So it's like, do you grow up and be like, yeah, okay, guess I'm gonna make a career out of this, or do you be like, I'm borderline, like my wife got like 2 raises in the past like 3 months, and at this rate, like I could be potentially like a stay-at-home dad. And
Hell yeah,
so
filler.
do I just like milk that?
Now that's a show I'll watch.
Well,
PJ's a
dads.
stay-at-home dad, but it's just his mentally handicapped cat.
Yeah. Yeah, just me.
His wife
And
comes
my
home from
mentally
work.
challenged cat
He's
staying at
just
home.
there's
It's like, what
shit
you do
everywhere.
today? Well, her new thing is because this place is a stupid ass split level. She's now going halfway down the stairs, so at like the landing where the door is, where you can either like take some stairs up or take some stairs down. She just sits right there and just wails.
Sorry, I coughed. I missed
So
what.
loud.
Does what?
She just wails.
Oh.
It's just like wow, wow. And it's like she thinks that someone's in the lower level, but she also knows that someone's in the upper level, and so she's sits there and does that.
It's pretty much whoever she pissed off enough first to get attention.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's always me. So she likes me because I pay attention to her when she does that kind of stuff. And she just like doesn't like hanging out with my wife anymore, which is a problem because now she just follows me everywhere. Cat.
Well, I mean, you are a cat in pajamas, so.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time.
Oh, man. Aha, sweet. Me, more cowboys than you. I sat down and watched that, what's it called, Kinda Pregnant or whatever, after you were talking about how hilarious it was.
Oh, you didn't find it funny?
No, it didn't disappoint. Like, I cannot stand Amy Schumer, though. That was actually pretty comical.
I know, it's annoying. I still haven't finished it. I'm still only at like that 20-minute mark. But
I was, when I got, what was it? Yeah, it was this Wednesday, last Wednesday, when I was in the, like, the brunt of the flu.
yeah, the depths of hell.
Yeah. Oh, the headache alone makes it was 100 times worse than the vid, just from the headache alone. It was terrible. So I was like, I need something.
You didn't have bad vid. You didn't have bad vid.
Yeah, I did. Both times I got it, I was down for like a good week. I'm at a week and a half, and I'm still not recovered.
Worse?
Yeah.
Like the flu?
Yeah. They tickled my brain with the test, and it came back flu. And for last Wednesday and Thursday, I didn't get out of bed. I didn't get out of bed at all. I couldn't. And I ended up going to doctor on Friday. That's when they told me I had the flu. And I just like started being able to do stuff again. I'd say like Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like even then, like I do, if I do too much, like I can't breathe because my chest is just feels like like I got kicked by a mule, and I can just feel the mucus in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I get winded very easily, and I have to sit down. And it's just like, this sucks.
It's like me on a daily basis. Not sick.
I'm pretty good at like I walked and took the trash out, and like it's like 20 degrees outside, and I'm debating whether I even have the energy just to walk back to the front door. I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm staying at the dumpster, like, you know, maybe this is my home now. Maybe this.
Yeah, you're like,
someone throw out a mattress. Like
yeah, those trash bags look like they have some good insulation.
Yeah, 100%.
We've been dealing with like, so we have a dumpster here, and it's at like the bottom of the driveway. So our driveway slopes down at like, I don't know, probably like over a 20-degree pitch. Like it's not like super steep, but it's significant. And we have a driveway that like goes all the way down and then cuts off, and then part of the driveway, if you were to like turn left, like there's a driveway that goes into the garage, which is underneath our house. And what we have found out is there's like a berm that's at the end of the driveway portion that any snow or water that collects is going to push it back into the driveway, and then the rest of the driveway slopes down. So there's our dumpster is right where those 2 points meet. So we actually have like, at one point we had like 4 inches of ice on top of the asphalt, like around the dumpster, and like we can't even get to it. But the last storm that we had, we got like 10 inches of snow and then cleared it, and then as we were clearing it, it was down to pavement, and it started raining, like pouring rain. We're like, oh yeah, well, we're done. So we went inside, and then all of that froze. And so at Monday morning, we had like inch thick ice going down the entirety of our driveway, which is sloped backwards. So I had to put the taco into like crawl mode, and I had to go and get like a bunch of sand because they also didn't predict that it was going to be a bad winter here. So nobody had salt. So you can't go to like the Lowe's or Home Depot or like Ace or any of like the local brand ones. You can't get salt anywhere. And the town was putting out like what they used to treat the roads, which is that sand salt mix. Yeah. And they were like putting it in piles. And I was just like, I'm not going to effing deal with the sand portion of that come springtime. Because if I douse my whole driveway in that mix, like we're going to get
I need oat for this as well.
So much sand, which is like, what are you going to do with it? You're going to have to like blow it into the yard, and then you won't be able to grow grass.
What do I need over?
So we just kind of like left it untreated for a couple of days. It was so dangerous. Like, I ate shit,
goat milk, and honey.
So hard one day, and I was just like, I'm gonna go get the sand. So I got that. My driveway is covered in like sand salt mix, and it went down, but like, oh man, drainage so poor.
Can you not buy that?
So I have to go find someone that'll put in French drains, something like that.
Oh, wee wee.
Wee.
Oh, do we have one already? Whoops. Oh, Tony's got one over here. Let me out. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. It's just a wall of beehives. Oh, excuse me. Phew, it's still so much. Alright, so we got honey in the works. What else do I need here? Just need the chocolate, right? So it's just honey and goat milk for that. And then what we need... over here... Brownies need oat, goat milk, butter. We got all that in the process. What's this need? Goat milk, honey, flour. Okay, we got all that in the process. Okay. All right. We may need to do a round of goat milk just to get this on the fast track. What's in here is, oh, it's barley. Oat, right? Oh, okay. Skirt, geek. Tailgate the Suburban. wheat. No oat. Okay. So luckily we're millionaires. Oh, did they put the new... I'd update the server. Is the new tractor in the small class tractor? It is. This is new, right? Is the part of the new update? Or was it a medium tractor? Okay, definitely small. Right? Was this the new one that was put in? Me, more cowboy than you. Am I crazy? 1.6 just released? It's not on Steam. Mm. Yep, then that's the new tractor, alright. And then the 6R was added. Nice. Okay. I guess we gotta get that, don't we? Whew. Alright. We'll buy that some other time. My chest. Cowboy to me. Why does it constantly do that? Oh. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, let's do stay. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Oh, man. Alright, so that's good to go now. Need chocolate. Chocolate! I crop dusted the whole living room. I don't know.
That?
I said now that I've crop dusted the whole living room.
Dude, I've been on a crop dusting spree myself.
I just went and got a drink on the way back. Just the whole living room just got gas bombed.
Yeah, sure your wife's pleased.
Yeah, she's sitting on the couch. You should have just seen the look on her face. The
the
sound
side
of
eye.
it. The sound of it was just
Just like, oh, I know what's coming.
sounded deadly. That was one of the other things of it. I don't know if that's a common occurrence with the flu or what, but I got really gassy. I was just ripping ass the whole time I was sick. It wasn't just like just a little poop here. No, I'm talking just like real like thunder and just bringing it. Even it makes me go,
smelly.
Jesus Christ. Not all of them smell. Just they sounded wicked.
Could probably be some of the, I assume, like when you got tested and stuff, like you would have gotten some antibiotics or something like that.
No, they only put me on Tamiflu. I had Tamiflu, and then I had to take Sudafed.
So they didn't give you a prescription?
Just the Tamiflu.
Oh, well, yeah, so there's two different types of Tamiflu. There's over-the-counter Tamiflu that you can just buy, and the prescription one.
Yeah, just the prescription Tamiflu is the only thing I got.
So my guess is that could cause some like.
Well, it was even
GI
before they
induced.
put me on that. So like,
So you're claiming one of the side effects of the flu or one of the symptoms of the flu is in fact just gas.
yeah, because
Okay.
it was like I said, Wednesday and Thursday, I barely got out of bed. The only time I got out of bed either day was to go to the bathroom. That was it. And I was just laying there, just like I was starting to chainsaw just repeatedly. It's like even me in my state where I just didn't want to feel anything. It was like, good Lord, I had to. Like, god damn. So
Interesting.
they were like, have you had any diarrhea? I was like, no, but been ripping ass like crazy.
Heart like a maniac.
I swear, it's just to go in the doctor's office is these days is just absolutely. It's like full of weirdos. Absolutely. The one I took my daughter in, there was this dude in a wheelchair. He had missing a leg, but he was like wheeling up to just in the waiting room. He just wheel up to people and just sit there. And then once I guess he got his fill of staring at these people, he'd back out and wheel up. When I got called back, or when she got called back, he was just like wheeled up next to his mother and daughter, and he was just like sitting there staring at him to the point where the woman was like leaned over, like had her back to him and like leaned over trying to block her daughter's view or his view of her daughter. It was really weird. No one was saying anything to him. He just wheel up and was like sit there. And then there was another woman when I went this past time when I went, she was just like, well, first there was this woman in there with two kids and blaring rap music on her phone, and just like every time the kid would like it's a waiting room. There's no TV, no nothing for the kids to do, so the kids are getting rambunctious. She's just screaming, "Shut up!" I was like, little. Find something for your kids to be entertained. Like, you're a parent. Find some way to entertain your kids.
Your kids to sit there in a waiting room, like, yeah, it's your responsibility to entertain them so that they're not annoying for the rest of the people.
But then there's a woman on one of those mobility scooters, and like she would get up and walk around just fine, but she felt the need to like drive this thing over. So she was just like constantly moving around the waiting room in this thing, and then when they call her back, these hallways are barely big enough for her to get down, and she's just going up and down the hallway trying to maneuver around. It's just like, woman, I watched you walk across the waiting room just fine. You do not need that.
To be fair, I mean, like I used one of those when I went to the grocery store. Like, I could walk, but like it kind of hurt to walk, so I decided not to.
Yeah, but that's different than walking around like a grocery store and just walking down a hall to the exam room. Like,
I'm just saying,
you
like,
really don't need.
Like, just because you're in a rascal doesn't mean you can't walk. It's just less convenient. I think there's very few people that have an inability to walk that are using rascals. They're probably in like a wheelchair.
Yeah, my favorite one is when you watch them at Walmart with those mobility scooters, and the one woman, she was a big old woman, and she almost tripped over her 24 pack of Mountain Dew that she had on the base to get her frozen food entrees. And I was just like, that is the most American thing I've ever seen. This fat broad almost just wiped out, tripping over a case of Mountain Dew to get her frozen pizza.
Gotta get that frozen pizza.
They're so big. I've gotten in arguments about this before where it's just like 90% of the people that you see on the mobility scooters at Walmart don't need them. They're just too fat that they just don't feel like walking. And they go down these aisles, which Walmart constantly pushes their aisles in closer together to fit another aisle. Just like they're putting too many shelves in their stores to the point where these people are so fat that you can't go around them in the aisle. So if you go down an aisle and there's one there, you're stuck behind them because you need to get to the other end. This is ridiculous. You're so fat.
The mega obese people. I don't get that.
An aisle that's designed for 2 carts, you're so fat that you've made it essentially a one-way street now.
Yeah. I feel like this would be like borderline something that Trump would do. But like we should probably like space out the handicap spots and put like handicap due to obese at like the back part of the parking lot.
Hey, I'm for it.
Maybe controversial, but
you're too fat. You need to exercise. We're gonna put you in the back of the parking lot. Then there's that fat
people. There's no room for you at the front of the line. All right.
There's fat Rosa Parks parking at the front of the parking lot. I refuse to park in the back.
For like Walmart starts adding like tram service.
Just like the state fairs, it's a tractor pulling a wagon around.
Yeah,
next stop,
pretty much.
Grocery.
Like at NASCAR, they have like a high-powered golf cart that just carries like essentially it's just like golf carts without the engine behind it as carts, so they can haul like 20 people, and that's how they transport people from like the parking lots and stuff over to the track. And it's like Walmart could probably do the same thing, just like golf cart system. And if they,
I'd apply for that
the
job.
The fat people that are out fat, like if they really need some help, then you can do like a couple, I don't know, like big wagons that you can tote behind. That you can just like drop a fat person in. It's like, oh, you can't fit on the golf cart bench? Here's a trailer for you.
I'd apply for that job to be the driver.
I would never. I would never. Like, one of the requirements has to be, like, you know, you got to be able to, like, you know, lift X amount of weight. And then you got to deal with those people that are, and they're going to be, like, miserable people. They're like,
I'm going to have one.
I shouldn't have to park back here in the first place. You're scrawny ass. No, it must be nice.
I'm gonna have one of those lift cranes that on like they have on like trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Just like beep beep and lift them into the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't lifting shit. You can throw my back out for 2-ton Susie to go get her Mountain Dew.
The little wagon that you dump her in actually has like some stabilizers that come down.
It's a dump bed, so you just pull up to the doors and just hit the button and it rolls her into the side.
No, it slides her, the dump bed. The way that you put her in, you know, feet dangling out the end. So then when you put the dump body up, it just puts her on her feet.
Like the recliners that lifts you up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put one of those on wheels, and then you just hold the remote. Beep. Stand fully up.
They don't even have to go shopping now. That's the thing. Like, they can just put an order on their phone, and Walmart will do the shopping for them. But they still just want to take up the entire aisle. Does it make no sense?
Well, because they're sadly like taking the trip to the Walmart. That's their big excursion for the week.
Golly,
I know.
I never thought about it that way.
No, but it's funny because I actually, like during my work day when I was in the office, I got a email from like the hiring manager for that job that I applied to, and he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, can you meet this afternoon?" And I was like, I was just wearing a hoodie and jeans. And I was like, F. Like, I can't show up to like an interview like this. So I looked, and like, if you go out of the security gates from our place and take a left, there's a Walmart that's like a quarter of a mile down the road. And so mind you, this is like Wednesday at 11 a.m. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm just going to go run over to this Walmart real quick. I'll like buy a $10 polo shirt and can get like a toothbrush and some toothpaste, like brush my teeth. You know, it's like my fingernails are a little long, so I'm get a nail clipper. I was like, Walmart, that's perfect.
Good Lord, dude. Trimming your nails and shit for me.
For an interview? Yeah, man. Gotta like make yourself look presentable.
That
Look,
intense?
listen,
Jeez.
90% of my day, like when I'm in the office, like I wear a hoodie and jeans, and I like barely shave, and I just show up in like whatever condition I'm in. I don't really care. But like for an interview, like appearances matter. And one of the first things,
like
and
your clothes, but Jesus,
one of the first things and last things that you do during the interview is you shake hands with the person, and it comes off well if you're like taking notes and stuff. So if I'm gonna have my hand on the table, like taking notes and stuff, I want to have like, I don't have like gangly ass nails.
Do you not keep them trim on a regular basis?
I don't have like an alarm that goes off where it's like trim nails. It's just kind of like a as I see fit. Sometimes I get
once
busy.
a week.
Yeah, but sometimes I get like busy and forget. And lately I've been like super busy and have forgotten about a bunch of stuff. I went like 3 months without a haircut. From like November until January.
Oh, that's cute.
Because personal hygiene was like not a main concern for me at that
I get
point.
a haircut like once every 6 months if I'm lucky. I should say if I'm lucky. I should say if my the woman who cuts my hair is lucky, because I just let it grow.
Well, I do work in an office, so like I have to maintain like personal hygiene to a certain extent.
Well, I mean, my hair's clean and brushed and everything. It's just
yeah, it's showing up there with like hair down to my shoulders, being like, "What's up, bro? I work in finance."
Well, that's not that long yet. When was it? When did I get my haircut? It was.
I'm just saying, my point being, like, you have to maintain, like, in this area, you have to maintain a certain amount of, like, decency. And, like, I had strayed from that because I've had a lot going on over the past couple of months.
I usually
So
wait.
I was just like, I can't show up to an interview looking how I currently look. So I just saw that there was a Walmart down the road, and I was like, F it. Like, I'll go there. So I bought a toothbrush, bought toothpaste, and brushed my teeth, make them look all white and sparkly. Got a polo shirt for like $10, and then I actually liked the patterns that they had, so then I bought 2 more. And I was like,
we're confirmed to Walmart here soon. What's up, Brandon?
No.
How are you? Yeah,
if they were $20, I wouldn't have done that. And they're very, very ill-fitting. So, like, I won't be going back there for anything. But then I was just like looking at my nails, and I was like, oh yeah, well, I was gonna nail clipper real quick. But when I pulled in, my point being, when I pulled into the Walmart at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the funniest shit, it was basically there was a bus that was parked in the no parking zone right in front. And the bus was from a retirement center, like old folks home. And the driver was arguing with the lady because the lady saw something that was on sale and like filled up 2 carts with the stuff that was on sale, and she only brought 1 cart out, and apparently they were like late, so the driver was just like, driver's probably in his 50s, and he's like arguing with this lady who's like easily in her like early 90s, and it was just like, damn it, Gladness, like you always pull this kind of stuff. You show up at the last minute. We show up here and we leave at 11, okay? You don't bring your card out here for me to load it up at 11 o'clock. Like, you're here, we're leaving at 11. And you have a second cart? No, you expect me to load that for you too? And these are like the only people in the parking lot. And I was just like, damn. Like, the highlight of these old people's week is literally going to Walmart. And I have to think that, like, it's got to be kind of sad.
A little bit.
Although, I don't have any problem about going to, like, an old folks' home. I mean, think about it. You're going to be with a bunch of people your age, and we're all going to get to a certain point. I'm quickly getting there with like the young kids, and you just don't understand them, and you can't keep up with technology beyond what you've learned. Well, in like 40 years, you could just go live with everyone your age that has that level of technology. It'll be like living in like college campus with the music and everything like that. Like, bring it on.
Dude, our retirement homes are gonna be fucking lit.
Yeah,
we're gonna be blasting like 2000
that's what
emo.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bring it on. I feel bad for everyone that was in like the old folks' homes for like the past 20 years because like their music kind of sucked, and like most of their lives are pretty horrible. Dealing with like either Great Depression or World War II. And like music sucked. Music in like the 50s was terrible. People that are going to nursing homes right now, like, they're going to be pretty set. They're all just going to be smoking weed and like listening to Grateful Dead and Rolling Stones and the Beatles. They're going to have a good time. When we get to nursing homes, it's not going to be just like smoking weed and like being chill and stuff. Actually going to like have full-on ragers. Plus, with our generation, with the music and stuff, you can't tell me that there are certain bands from like the emo early 2000s that like once they get to that, I mean, because they're relatively the same age, maybe a few years older than us. Actually, definitely a few years older than us. Like, I think they start doing like nursing home tours. There's like some 41 just comes to a local nursing home near you.
So am I still waiting?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
It's like that TikTok where it's like, I haven't listened to, or when you've ignored your 2000s emo playlist for too long, and it's just the lead singer of Hawthorne Heights sitting across from the restaurant. It's like, do 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 do, hey there. I've been sick. The flu. Oh, man. I know it's hard to feel like I don't care at all. When you sit there acting like you know me, like you keep baloney. Tony, are you still planting, or can we like speed up time a little bit? Hey there, I know, hard to feel like I don't care at all. Oh. I did get out of order downloaded. It's ready to go.
Nice. I gotta figure out how to actually play the game.
I haven't launched it at all, but I saw last night is like PJ's last year because I was sitting there. Me and my wife been watching Outlander, and I was sitting there every so often checking my phone. She's like, "Has he said anything yet?" I'm like, "No, not yet." And then got the notifications like, I guess he's doing it on his own. So I was like, "Let's watch the next episode." And she's like, we got like almost through the episode. She's like, "Did you see what he put in chat?" I was like, "Huh? No."
Yeah, that was like sporadic. I was sitting there. I was like, I have no idea what to do. Like, all my stuff for like Flightston is all packed up.
Well, my kid
like,
got
I don't
it.
want to deal with that.
My kid got it, and I'm pretty sure I got it from her. But yeah, it started off with.
I just feel like the games recently have just been sucking. So it's like I'm just gonna hit the wish list, and then it's like, oh yeah, gotta try this out at some point. It rarely goes on sale, so I figured I'd give it a whirl.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. I was looking at the games. I was just like, there is absolutely nothing coming out.
Yeah.
I got.
So I'm gonna start making a serious dent on the wish list at this point because very little this year that interests me. So,
I got a key mailer for school teacher simulator, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll do this. It was the first video I recorded after since I've been sick. So it's like, oh, Steve simulator, I'll do this, and then it was hands down the stupidest game I've ever played, and I was like, this is where we're going for gaming now.
Yeah, well, it's because they're just essentially exploiting the simulator market where they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just do some random simulator and everyone's going to like it. And out of 100 of them, maybe like 2 hit. Because like fast food simulator and grocery store simulator, awesome games. But I mean, how many simulators do I have on my wish list that like either A, never came to fruition, or B, like came out, bombed, and then they just stopped maintaining it? Like prime
like
examples,
30 different
Forest Ranger simulator thing.
Yeah.
Like that is garbage.
The problem is, like, one of those do well, like, grocery store simulators. Now there's like 30 different grocery store simulators. It's just like, what the frick, dude?
Yeah, because they just like copy all the coding from it, and it's stupid. Because like I can't even keep. I stopped playing Grocery Store Simulator because the sheer amount of updates. I just like it's great for the game. Like if people are that into it and want to play, like I'm glad that developers were like sticking with it for once. But it was almost to their detriment because like I tried playing a little while back and I was just, it was like a completely different game. It got so complicated. So I think my issue is like if you're going to make a game early access, then and you're going to keep it like early access for like 6 months to a year, then you really shouldn't stray from that initial early access. Because it's going to turn the people off. I mean, the same thing happened with me with My Summer Car. I mean, that was my favorite game. And it got to a point where they just like changed it up so much and went into like out of early access. And I don't play the game anymore because it's not fun. They changed it up to way too much. But it spent like 4 years in early access.
Would you play a poker game? I don't know how to play poker. Full disclosure, I've never played a game of poker, so I don't know. There was one that I think it would be fun. Where is it at? I watched other people play it. It was like they had like different movie scenes, like foreign films with subtitles, and then you have to create like you have to create their own captions for it and use your words too. That's what it's called. Try to write the funniest punchline. Kind of like the Jackbox games, I think. Which would probably be fun to play too. And I get really heated when there's like games that come out that look like it would be fun multiplayer, but single player. That annoys the shit out of me.
Sorry, I was taking a leak. I was listening though. Yeah, like there's one that I thought would be pretty good. And Road Maintenance Simulator 2,
Oh yeah.
but single player. It's like, what are these people doing? How often have people complained about the game not being multiplayer? Like, are they not listening? Do they not care? Like, every single game should be made at least with the framework of being multiplayer. Like, yeah, people that did the Forest, like, they did it perfectly. Like, they made everything single player at first with multiplayer built in, and then all they had to do was flip a switch. As soon as it like gained popularity, or people were like, "This game would be good multiplayer," and they're like, "Okay, the people have spoken," and they'd flip a switch. That's what pissed me off the most about the Gold Mining Simulator 2. It's like you had to create an actual new game.
Which is essentially the same game.
Mm-hmm.
You just update the code for multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. So they had to change the whole. They had to basically like copy and paste into a new thing, and then add all the scripting for multiplayer. When everyone's moving over to Unreal Engine 5. And they're using the exact same platform. And that game came out, I'm pretty sure, in like 2016.
Oh yeah, it came out around the same time ATS came out. So.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to say it was 2016.
It was early
Maybe
because
2017. But it's like, really, you're going to use the same platform as that? It would be one thing if it was just like a DLC or an expansion or like a massive update. It's the same reason that like ATS hasn't
came out
like,
October 13th, 2017.
Thank you. It's like, at least with like
sorry,
ATS, they're just coming out with new maps and stuff instead of like spending the money to upgrade the whole engine.
Well, that's
But
the
they're coming
best
out with
part.
new stuff.
They are
But like Gold Mining is like they're not.
Engine because like they've. That's why I said that was my biggest gripe about Farm Sim 25 compared to American Truck Simulator is they're like, oh, we got all new weather systems. Yeah, you know what ATS did? They did that and put it out as a free update. Like, I get that their ATS is still putting out DLCs, and with that DLCs, they're taking and going back and updating the base game. Like, how many times has California been reworked? So they're actually going back to the older maps and modifying them, making them, bringing them up to the current day where they're at current day. Whereas Farming Simulator is like, hey, we're just going to tweak the graphics a little bit and add tornadoes, and here's a brand new game. Give us $50.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that it already wasn't worth the $30 I paid for it when it came out. Like, you're not going to change anything. I think, like, yeah, I don't really know how to play the game, but one of the few things that I noticed with the out of ore is like when you go and scoop a bucket of stuff, it's like actual dirt. For the Gold Rush thing, it's just like the dirt turns into like Cocoa Puff balls. It's like you're not even going to try to upgrade that?
Nah, dog. We like those Cocoa Puffs.
I'm trying. trying to move. Sorry.
I didn't know what Tony. I'm done up north, so I'm waiting for Tony to finish what he's doing down here.
Oh, that's me.
Fast forward time. Yeah, he ran off across that field. I think you were sitting in his tractor.
Oh, my bad. I was waiting for the FPS to improve. I was like, maybe if I just like let everything load in, it'll get better. Kind of.
God. Doing the war game on it, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's whatever they want. If they want to do that, we can do that. Oh, Canada. Beep bop boom bop beam bop bang. Type of shit no one would understand. Me, more cowboys than you. Man. I feel like death. I haven't even looked at what all this entails. Or oh, excuse me. Holy fleet. Holy hell. Oh, man. I'll be glad when this crap's over. Oh. Me, more cowboys than you. My wife's always talking about it. She's like, on Valentine's Day, you always see men in there. Men always get the last minute stuff. They always wait till the last minute to get. I went in. Well, I made the mistake of going to Walmart on Valentine's Day because I had to pick up my medication, and it was the cheapest place to get it. And there was women like filling up carts of shit. Valentine's Day shit. And I was like, definitely saw more men at the flowers, but everything else, it was women just in there just loading up on shit.
What kind of shit?
Chocolate, balloons, cards, you name it. Everything but the flowers. With the flowers, is definitely more men hovering around the flowers than anything else. Those people don't know the trick. You gotta get the ones closer to the produce. Those are gonna be the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a nut house. I stood in line for 20 minutes. That was at self checkout at that. The other registers were moving slower. I was just like, oh my god. I just wanted my medication. That's it. I just wanted to get my Sudafed and get the F out of there. So it's not even discounted yet. They don't discount it to the day after Valentine's. Why are you buying all this shit now? Wait until tomorrow.
True.
That's one of the benefits of being sick on Valentine's Day. I didn't have to go to like dinner and deal with the madhouse that is going to dinner on Valentine's Day. I was like, whenever I get over this, well, I'll take you out to dinner. There's no way I'm going to dinner tonight. She's like, oh yeah, I completely understand that, dear. It's like, sweet. I don't have to wait 3 hours for my freaking food. Wait an hour to get a table.
Gotta make those resis.
Even then, you get on a waiting list on. It's Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and Father's Day's pretty empty. What's the other one? It's like always packed. Always packed. Even if you get on the waiting list, you're waiting at least an hour. They don't do like outright reservations. You have to be on a waiting list now.
I have no idea.
Yeah, she might be able to take her to dinner before Easter. I don't know how long this shit's gonna last.
You should be okay by then.
You would hope so. Jesus. Hell, my tax refund's gonna be in my bank account before I get recovered. She got the notification the other day. It's supposed to be in before the end of this month. It's like, damn. I weren't playing around this year. Usually have to wait until like mid-March at least.
I mean, better to get them in sooner than later. Cutting jobs at the IRS.
I'm waiting for my Doge dividend to come in.
Doge dividend.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard about this?
Oh, you're $5,000.
Oh, you went from $8,000 to $5,000. Now it's down to $5,000 for married couples and $2,500 for singles. That's like, you people don't understand.
Did not learn from COVID that like the stimulus checks hurt.
Oh, they're not stimulus
the economy.
checks. They're Doge dividend.
Right, but
they're avoiding the stimulus check title.
Right, but it's the same thing, and that's what led to, well, one of the key contributing factors. I won't say it directly led to, but it was a contributing factor to the ridiculous inflation that we had coming out of the pandemic. Just because you had people that had like, or $600 was like winning the lottery, and they went out and just spent it on everything, which stimulated the economy, which caused like prices to rise because the demand increased, and nobody reduced their prices afterwards. So the stimulus checks were horrible for the economy. So you'd think that, one, like, lessons learned, and two, like, if you're trying to curb inflation, don't give everybody a shitload of money.
Well, here's my
It's economics 101.
Here's my main issue is, isn't this money already spent? Like,
It's budgeted.
yeah, but they're going, oh, we found that
Yeah, that's historical
X amount,
spend. So it is
amount of money was
conceivable
set
spending.
here. It's like, people are like, oh, we should get that money back. It's like, that's not how that works. That's money that's already been spent. It's gone. Like, what?
Right. So it essentially it's future budgets for similar activities. They were just giving examples of like what that agency was doing, like what that money was being spent on. So them just saying like we're cutting that whole program is like, yeah, any future spending towards similar activities is gone. It's not going to happen anymore.
That's what I was telling my wife. I was like, you can't listen to people on TikTok because that money's gone. That money has been spent.
Yeah, it's allocated. They're just going through like historical records, which is like one of the issues that I have with, like, I'm full on. I have a few friends that like work in government, like federal government, and I'm just like, do you ever work? So, like, cutting back and like doing an audit, essentially, like makes perfect sense to me. Like cut excess spending. Like I'm looking at financial statements all day long, and I can tell you that like in an industry that needs to, if the economy, like the U.S. economy is looking to like improve, then you got to cut your spend, and that's what they're doing. So like, I applaud that. I just don't like how they're going about it.
Why don't? What's the problem? How they're going about it?
Because it's cart before the horse, and you're bringing in someone that doesn't really understand how things operate, and they're not taking the time to understand how things operate to determine like what positions should stay and what positions are just waste. They're not even doing that. They're just shutting everything down. So there's a responsible way to go about it, and they're not doing that.
I'm more about the
So like you can shut down
funding.
Yeah, you can shut that stuff down. Like that kind of stuff makes sense. But when you're talking about like things that impact U.S. citizens, like America, you need to put more time and thought and consideration into the decisions that you make. You can't treat it like they did with USAID. Like, these things are a lot more sensitive. These things impact a lot more people close to home. And if you're trying to, quote unquote, like make America or keep America great, whatever, you have to put more thought into this. You can't just roll into a department that directly impacts millions of Americans and slash jobs the same way that you did with
but they've the essential shit that we needed, they've moved to other departments.
No,
which makes sense.
No, they haven't.
They have. That's the biggest contention. Everybody's like, well, we need this, and it's like, well, that's staying. It's just a different department's going to be in charge of it, which makes sense. Like the whole, they're bitching about the
but you don't know. But do you understand?
Department of Education. They're like, oh, our kids are going to lose a free meal. It's like that's not even part of the board of or the Department of Education. That's agriculture. Like they have nothing to do with that.
Well, it's not, and they already tried to cut that.
No, free school lunches isn't even part of the Department of Education. It's the whatever the agriculture department is. That's where it's always been. It's never been a part of the Department of Education.
I know, but you also understand, like, you can't just get rid of the Department of Education.
They're the shit they want to keep it's just being moved to other departments, which makes sense.
Yes, but no, it doesn't. The reason that it's getting moved over is there are very select allies, and they're just being moved over to allies. That's all. They're consolidating
special
under
education
people that
is
will
being moved to the health and social services. Makes sense.
Yeah, which is run by a Trump selected person. Like,
so the Department of Education, Linda McMahon is the new head of Department of Education. That is like as Trump as it gets. A McMahon. For God's sake, she gets elected or not elected. She gets
but you can't
nominated,
and
immediately Vince's federal investigations go bye-bye. It's just like, oh, we didn't see that coming at all.
Right. So, kind of proving my point here. Like, you don't think that there's anything wrong with that?
No, there's definitely some shit that's wrong with it, but I'm all for cutting out unnecessary shit that we don't need. And if it's necessary,
I am too, to a certain extent, but it's not to be replaced by people that are just going to be like, do whatever Trump says. Like, that's not how it works.
But you're basically saying, oh, it should be in the Department of Education, not the Department of Health and Social Services, because there's a Trump person in charge of Department of Health and Social Services. So it's Department of Education. So you're just arguing against your own argument at that point, because it's Linda McMahon. She's gonna, if Trump says jump, she's gonna be like, yes sir, yes master. She's gonna do whatever he says, because guess what? He made Vince's freaking lawsuits just disappear overnight.
Right. My point being is that they're stripping the departments that are led by anybody that disagrees with anything that he says. Does that not concern anyone in the slightest?
That's you just said that that's your main argument, but yet the person in charge of the Department of Education, which they want to get rid of, is run by a Trump person.
No, newly appointed Trump person. So they're going to keep
everything's
that around.
Newly appointed Trump person.
Yeah, but they're getting rid of all the people in the Department of Education that are against him, because historically he was against things that he stood for. So they're going in there to get rid of them. Like, the mass layoffs are basically like anyone that disagrees with him.
I doubt that's just him targeting. It's just, of course, if his decisions make you lose your job, you're going to be anti-Trump. There's a lot of people in
my job is
every
not
department of
I have, and I'm still against what he's doing.
There's people in it's just every department has unnecessary people, and they all need to be cut if we're ever gonna get ahead. We're spending so much damn money on people.
Yes, but my point is that they're not even thinking about like who does what. They're just getting rid of everyone. And it's like, you still need to have people that know how to do it there to keep it going. Like, you can't just get rid of it all.
They're moving the different programs into
who's going to train them?
Who's going to train them? I don't know. There's going to be people that probably move over to that department.
They laid everyone off.
I doubt they've laid everybody off.
They have laid off everybody in a lot of these departments.
Doubtful. And if they're laid off, they probably weren't necessary. They were just there. They were a cog that didn't really make the machine go. It was just there.
It's not going to go well. I'll tell you that.
I'm all for it. The less people we have in government, the better. And that's what boggles my mind, because Democrats have been arguing on this for years. Now that Trump's doing it, it's oh my god, it's nightmare. It's the worst thing that ever happened.
Democrats relied on government for everything.
Democrats have been arguing for smaller government for years, and then when Trump decides,
that's not true. Who do you think?
Yes, it is.
Who do you think they complain to get all of the rights that they need to have? They complain to the government. They need it.
You mean all the rights that the Republicans put in place?
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all of like the LGBTQ rights, the trans rights, all that stuff.
Me, the people that need sanctuary cities these days because they think they're going to be hunted, rounded up and hunted.
Like
For
all of these people, I'm saying they rely on the federal government for protection on all of that stuff, and that's what the Democrats did. Is they put all of that stuff in place. They needed government. This is the opposite. This is less government.
That's what we need.
To a certain extent. The level of bureaucracy that we've had got to a ridiculous place. So we need less bureaucracy. But this is a swing in an extreme direction, which is like getting rid of bureaucracy entirely. And that's not what we need either. We just need slightly less. So I'm saying this is
drastically less.
Yeah, it's not going to end well though.
I bet it does.
Mm-mm.
I bet it does.
Nope.
Bet 4 years. In 4 years, you're going to be changing your tune.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. You're a business-minded guy. When you see where we're at in 4 years,
economy,
when we're see where we're at in 4 years, you're gonna be like, "Yep, I was wrong."
No, I study the economy, and I'm telling you that what's going on right now, no good. No good. If you're expecting prices to go down in the next 4 years,
no, prices aren't going to go down unless they step in and do something, because it's all these. They're skyrocketing their profits, and everybody's making out like bandits, and they're not going to drop the price until people just stop buying shit. That has nothing to do with what the government's doing. That is 100% these CEOs just making.
So giving everybody, riddle me this: giving everybody $5,000, $2,000 is going to help or hurt?
No, it's not gonna help.
It's gonna hurt.
A lot of these people, but a lot of people are saying this is gonna happen. Are these people on TikTok that are just like, "Hey, we're getting all this money, we're saving all this money now. Why don't we
guess what? Who actually came up with the idea of the stimulus checks?
TikTok. Mm-mm. It wasn't brought up until TikTok started talking, and then what's the one guy? He's
I'm talking about COVID. I'm talking about COVID.
Oh,
what administration came up with that?
That was the Trump administration.
It was. Yep. So
what administration just jacked it all up?
From an economic perspective.
From
an economic perspective,
and who was in control? Who was in control of Congress at that point in time?
I actually don't know that.
The Democrats.
Yeah, they passed it.
Yeah. So you can't put that all that blame on one administration. He needed help doing that. He couldn't do it on his own. And then Then the next administration came in and gave us 2 more and just completely jacked it up.
No, the spaced out stimmy checks was Trump's plan originally.
Yeah, and then the next administration came in and followed through with it and gave us even more.
Well, yeah, because they're dumb enough to be like, oh, yeah, well, it's going to help everybody else out because everyone gets money, and that's what the end goal is. Everyone has the same amount of money.
But regardless, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about now. The problem now is that everybody's raised prices and they see that people are still spending on it, so they're going to keep raising the prices.
Right, but the stimmy checks, more stimmy checks aren't going to help that. It's only going to exacerbate that. It's going to make it worse.
Oh, exactly.
So the fact that they're even considering that means that they didn't learn their lesson the first time around.
Unless they put something in place to stop price gouging, nothing's gonna change.
We'll see.
Gotta do something to hit these CEOs where it hurts. Their bank accounts. That's the only way they're gonna change.
Yep. Or keep pecking them off.
But that's what I was about to say. Hear me out. We just let Luigi out. Get him, get him some proper training. Get him a couple of accomplices.
No, to be completely honest, I'm super surprised it has not happened again.
Has this thing been built at all? What are we waiting on? Oh, roof plates and wood beams. Diet joke. Oh man, Jesus, Pete. My main thing that I've learned from all these confirmation hearings and everything is how in the hell do they expect an event like January 6th not to happen when they let all these people who are just bringing whatever the hell they want into these confirmation hearings and shouting over top of everything? It's just like, you let these people in, you let these people get by. How do you expect to stop the next January 6th from happening when these people are just walking in willy-nilly? The rice field? What I gotta do to the rice field?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's my main takeaway from seeing everybody like screaming and yelling. It's just like, how do you let these people in? Like they had like, it was like a freaking Monday Night Raw episode. They had like their freaking poster board signs and everything. It's like, how do you not know that person's gonna stir some shit?
I don't know. They like have to let them in though.
So I can't flood it right now? Jesus God. Still patiently waiting for them JFK documents.
Yeah, right. I thought
MLK ones were wild. I can only imagine what's in the JFK ones.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Oh, dudes having
MLK
orgies
ones.
and everything. You didn't read the MLK documents?
No, I didn't know we got those.
Oh yeah, they put out a bunch of MLK documents, and like they're talking about how the dude was having orgies and all kinds of shit. It was wild.
Hmm. I heard they had the JFK ones, but
Well, that was he ordered them to be released,
there
and
wasn't
then
like
they came out of the woodworks for like, what was it, like 2,500 extra documents that they had to go through or something. It's like you've had all these documents for what? How many years has it been? 60, 70 years?
apparently they had to like go through like everything to find them.
Yeah, and they found like 2,500 extra documents. This is like almost double the amount of documents that we were waiting on being released. This is like, how did you not know you had these? I think they're filling the shit so we can't find the juicy bits as easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I think they should be available though.
From last I heard was just like last week. It wasn't yet because they were going through the newly found documents before released. Just like Cash is now in charge, and he's promised to release the Epstein list. I'm waiting for that one too.
I'd be curious about the Diddy list.
Oh, all that evidence is gone. I don't see him being behind bars much longer. It's really funny that, what was it, like a week before his LA house was supposed to be gone through for evidence, it got burnt down.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like someone was like, oh, there's all these fires. Let me just strike a match right here. Oopsie. This one burnt too.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm really, really wishing that Jay-Z and Beyonce go down with them. I'm tired of seeing their faces too.
Same.
It's like, let's just get this all out in the open now. Let's stop giving them their last minute. But that's what really feels like the whole country album of the year shit is. It was
like last hurrah.
Yeah, them giving her that last little bit that she's been missing out on before she's behind bars.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling them, I was like, here's hoping. I was like, I don't wish anybody, but I kind of wish at this point that something comes out about her. And if it's in connection with something Jay-Z's done, I'm okay with that too.
Mm-hmm.
We all know goody goody two shoes Taylor Swift isn't on that list.
It'd be funny though.
Comes out she's the ringleader of it all.
Wow.
It's like, I knew that shit. That's how she moved up so quickly in the world.
Mm-hmm.
She's banging everybody against her will. I love how so many people are butthurt that the one Eagle come out and said she's not thick enough. It's like, yeah, you're telling us something we already know. Why are you people butthurt about it? Look at her. She's flattered at a 2x4. It's just like, why are you people upset about this? You don't sexualize our queen.
Yeah, you can't do that.
shut up and go buy your third color of a same fucking book.
Mm-hmm.
I love that TikTok of the cop just roasting because his wife's standing out in line in front of Target to get the next version or next colorization of the book, and he's like, "Is it really worth it, ladies? Is it really worth it? It's 20 degrees out here. You're standing there getting the same book for the third time." They're like, "Yep." He's like, "Sad, sad."
It is.
Why can't I get up in there? I jumped the first one just fine. I'm stuck in here now. Oh shit. I guess I could tab away, but... Oh, there we go. What is this? Is this like water treatment facility or something? It doesn't say anything on the map. What is this? So we have this just this absolutely useless spot taking up all this space. Is that a sign over there? It's a fish farm? It's pretty down here. Like, literally, the only sign I see about that is... I'm curious now what the hell that is. Because this sign here says... Access provided by the local Game and Fish Commission. I'm guessing a federal aid project. So I'm gonna guess it's like a fish farm or something. But it's just like a huge chunk of land that you can do nothing with. It's a waste of space. I mean, it does add to detail. Don't get me wrong. Like this area here looks really, really good. But it'd be nice if this was like a field or something that you could plant stuff in. But then again, this sign could be for this down here, I imagine. Warning, well, my lies without warning. Use extreme caution when in the water. Life jacket zone. Be cool if you can get in this and just like boogie around. And again, that's just me. What is the point of the stop sign? Okay. Nope. That should be a stop sign. I don't feel like that first stop sign should have been a stop sign, in my opinion. See, this is my biggest problem with the scale when it comes to farm sim is they don't know how to scale their own stuff. So how are modders supposed to scale stuff? Because look how tiny this boat is compared to me. Like, that's redonkulonk. We have so many people arguing about what's the correct scale in farm sim. There is none because giants don't know how to scale shit themselves. Like this riverboat, watch us be taller than the section over here. Look at all these boats. Why can't we get on one? Like, why can't we move it around? Like, look at the scales here. This is supposed to be like a Hyundai Elantra. Okay, a Skoda. It's definitely way too big compared to what's supposed to be a cargo van. Alright, let's see. What's the... Okay, it's not horrible. We are, like, tall, almost as tall as the door. So it's not terrible. It's a little small. What the hell is that? How come I don't hear it anymore? It was like a boop. I don't know what that was. Oh, we actually got food on the table. Willies. Good lord, the amount of boats that you can't drive. Or a spot to put it out. That would have been, yeah. Golly. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it for the night. I think I'm beyond my point. So if you guys did like the stream, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future farming simulator, farming Fridays, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want to know if I whenever I do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.